Hey, didn't I just review you?
Hello, my baby! Hello, my honey! Hello, my ragtime gal! Sonny, you've kissed my wife! Baby, my heart's on fire!
No, we're not done with Optimus Prime yet. He's back again this year with another Voyager-sized figure. This one from the Studio series, which seems to be focused primarily on making figures based on the live-action CGI movies. Mostly that means dealing with Michael Bay's horribly designed and badly stereotyped cardboard cutouts instead of real characters, whether it's Jetfire the Goofy Scotsman or Devastator's Wrecking Balls. The Bayverse movies started out with great promise, but utterly withered under the stifling weight of bad writing. And we've been here before. Optimus Prime, heroic leader of the Autobots. Freedom is the basic right of all sentient blah blah blah. With great power comes great blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
The Bayverse movie of Optimus Prime was one of the few characters that actually came out kind of looking like his old Generation 1 styling, as though of course they couldn't let it be. They changed the kind of truck he turns into, put a bunch of fruity flames on him, and turned him from a noble, heroic leader into a grouchy, homicidal maniac.
You betrayed yourself. No, Optimus!
But this Voyager is based on the Bumblebee movie version, and is shown off pretty well in his Voyager-style box, with art on the side panel, and on the back a picture of both modes, though this one seems to be based on the CGI renderings. The figure comes with a display stand that will represent the San Francisco Bridge, and at the bottom here they have a cheeky little blurb saying the iconic Art Deco suspension bridge spans 4,200 feet and is open to car, bike, giant converting robot, and foot traffic. Cute. But let us remove Optimus Prime from the box and review him properly. Out-of-box Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime Voyager comes with his instruction booklet and a plastic black weapon accessory. And this is Bumblebee Voyager Optimus Prime in his alt mode. As a semi-truck, he looks pretty good. You'd be hard-pressed to tell by looking that this was a Transformer at all. Every robot part is well hidden, even when you flip him upside down. Everything seems to tab and hold together well, and there's plenty of detailing. The silver grille work looks excellent. The wiper blades, the side mirrors, even a decently solid set of tires. You may well expect the side doors to actually open and seat a small driver figure. He rolls well on flat surfaces, though two of the rear tires don't seem to fully touch the ground. There is some visible seaming, but nothing that looks horribly out of place. The area at the back has some hollowness between the tire struts, but it's not much different than what you would see on a real truck. The weapon accessory plugs into the trailer hitch at the back, and all in all, this is a rock-solid alt mode that should satisfy any collector or Optimus Prime fan. There are 35 steps to the transformation, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. To transform the Optimus Prime figure, first unpeg these back panels. They rotate and flip backwards to form Optimus Prime's shin plates. Take the trailer hitch and rotate it upwards. This will allow you to untab and separate the leg halves. They plug together with this little slot and groove combo when transforming to a truck, but just pop them apart to form the legs. The feet are folded and hidden inside the shins. There's a small tab here that you pop loose. Then you swivel and rotate that foot panel out. Take the trailer hitch and fold it inside so that it's tucked underneath the robot foot. These small sections underneath the foot have to be rotated out of the way. Make sure that you have enough clearance, and then you can use this mushroom peg to rotate the foot panels until they are facing outwards. This is actually a very small accordion hinge, which you fold in and rotate upwards to provide stability for the ankles. Take the back panels of the truck and fold them forward. These gray panels fold inwards. Tab the groove inside this kneecap section into this tab that pokes up. Lay the shin panel flat. Once that's in place, you can unfold this secondary panel from the gray panel on the side, then tab that into place inside the knee. Once that has been done, you will see another flipping panel here, which tabs in underneath the gas tank. Fold that backwards. You will see a very small groove section here. Once this panel has been rotated and placed back down, rotate the spur back up and push this little T-shaped groove into the back of the heel spur. Take the gas tank and rotate it backwards to fill in the gap at the back of the thigh. Rotate these small gray panels upwards, and the legs are complete. It may seem intimidating, but there are actually tabs and grooves that will guide you how to do this, so that while you're transforming it, you will get a feel for it. And that's just the lower body. Yeesh. Pry open the front of the grille work on the truck. It will kind of swivel and rotate down with this double hinge apparatus. Kiss me, kiss me. These panels on the side tab in up here. Untab them and fold them out. There is a secondary panel that you fold in on itself. More panels fold out from the side. The front windows of the truck split up and outwards, with yet another set of double hinges. Don't be scared. If it looks like this, you're doing it right. The little silver parts at the front rotate backwards. On the top of the truck, these little panels rotate up. Rotating and flipping out all this panels to make it look this messy is in fact to give the arms clearance to rotate out. This step will be familiar to people who own Generation 1 Optimus Prime. You sort of swivel the forearms out from inside the truck body, and then swivel the entire arm set outwards. At the side of the arm there is this small tab, and a groove section under this panel that fold down and lock together. Rotate the elbows down, rotate the fists so that they are pointing out. You will need to kind of rotate these smokestacks forward a little bit so that you can spread the arms out. Rotate these panels out of the way if you have to, and you probably will have to. This next part can be a bit stiff, but pry open the back so that this hinge folds out where Optimus Prime's head is hidden. You have to fold it down and out of the way, otherwise you can't do the next step, which is to rotate the entire upper body section and make him swap ends. You sort of take the entire body section after that, hinge it backwards. The central spinal column sort of tabs back and fits in. Then you take these rear tires and fold them back. And these truck panel sections kind of fold over the tires. The double hinge on the back of the grille work kind of folds backwards, and these kind of headlight sections snap into these little tabs that stick out the back here. If you folded in the tires properly and everything, they should snap into place without anything getting in the way. Then this panel up on top of the truck folds backwards to fill in this little gap and snap into place, which of course allows you to take the other set of hinges and fold it in place so that Optimus Prime's head and neck are exposed for the dramatic head reveal. Refold in the chest panels, and then you can just angle the arms down, flap the shoulders back into place, and rotate the smokestacks. And this is Optimus Prime in his robot mode. This Optimus Prime is a really good interpretation of the on-screen character. Not only that, it makes for a good Optimus Prime figure in general, whether it's the cool faceplate, or the smokestack shoulders, the ridgy shin plates, or the leg wheels. They seem to have made a special effort to make a more realistic Optimus Prime that still stays close to his 1980s appearance. There's an impressive amount of detail in the sculpting and in the paint. He is red, blue, and gray with silver highlights. Even the faceplate has some ridgy detail. They even painted the windshield wipers instead of just stamping them from the plastic. Nice. Only the grille work abs seem to have been sacrificed in favor of some more motorized bits. But even so, this figure is everything the Bayverse Optimus Prime figure should have been. There may not be any light piping on the eyes, but you can plug the weapon accessory into either one of the hands. They added these little side pegs to the gun, so that you may peg them onto either side of his back for weapon storage. Everything seems to hold together well. Everything feels solid. All the parts fold into each other well so that there are no ugly gaps. And tucked inside the box is this diorama unfoldable display set, which will allow you to take up even more shelf space with this figure by unfolding it and making it look like he's standing on the San Francisco or San Diego Bridge or whichever one it is. Despite how much this figure folds and unfolds when transforming, they in no way skimped on the articulation. The head feels a bit stiff, but it will rotate to the left and to the right, and waggle up and down a little bit. If you rotate up these little panels, it will allow the shoulders to rotate a full 360 degrees, and pushing these out of the way will even allow you to splay the arms outwards. There is an upper bicep swivel. The elbows will bend a little over 90 degrees. There is also a rotating panel at the forearm, which is actually part of the transformation. You're supposed to rotate it so that the arm is outwards, and the panel is on the back of the arm. The hands will also swivel in their wrist sockets, and despite all of the kibble and all of the foldy parts, there is full 360-degree waist rotation. These pelvis sections actually rotate separately. They will kick forwards over 90 degrees, but they don't seem to move backwards very well. These little panels at the sides of the hips flip out of the way so that you can do those splay-out poses. Hiya! There is an upper thigh rotation, and even with all those panels on the legs, you can still rotate the knee over 90 degrees backwards. The feet will flip downwards, and if transformed correctly, they will even tilt slightly in and out. So you can get excellent poses out of this Optimus Prime figure. The superior engineering steps really show in maintaining the articulation through all the transformation parts. For size comparison, here is Studio Series movie Bumblebee Optimus Prime Voyager next to Transformers War for Cybertron Voyager Siege Optimus Prime. Here is Bumblebee movie Voyager Optimus Prime next to the Flame Toys Optimus Prime model kit. Here is movie Bumblebee Voyager Optimus Prime next to Leader Class Power of the Prime's Nemesis Prime. And here is Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime Voyager next to Optimus Prime's talking head.
Autobots, let's roll out!
With as many Optimus Prime figures as have come out recently, you may be wondering which ones are really the best. Of the recent releases, I would say that this figure and Siege Optimus Prime are the most worth your monies. The Studio Series Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime Voyager is just good all around. I would even say masterpiece level, if it were a little bigger. Positives are excellent paint and sculpting, with both the alt and robot modes very well done. Some may be disappointed by the lack of some gimmick like combiner ability or Battlemaster ports, but I for one am glad that they set these aside in favor of putting more effort into the figure's engineering. Negatives are that some of the plastic feels kind of flexible, 2 of the tires don't roll, the transformation may be too complicated for younger children, and the head doesn't swivel as easily in robot mode. But that is just picking at nits, and I can think of absolutely no reason at all why a serious collector shouldn't pick up this figure on sight. I give Studio Series Bumblebee movie Voyager Optimus Prime 10 out of 10 deaths. A Nemesis Prime version of this would be awesome.
If you refuse me, honey, you lose me, then you'll be left alone, oh baby, come on and tell me I'm your own.